Hey guys, okay, I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update with what I'm doing with my channel and what I'm doing with my MeWe groups because I know I've been MIA with the live streams over the last, 6 weeks or so. And I just want to let everybody know what's going on with the live streams and what's happening with the MeWe groups. So let's start with the live streams. So I've decided that I'm not going to continue on doing the live streams every week. I just feel like I've put out so much information on the live streams I've already done. I mean, I think there's literally about 100 hours of information on those live streams. And I just don't have the motivation to continually just keep putting out the same information because that's pretty much what I'll be doing because I've literally addressed everything that's going on right now. And, as soon as anything is really important or significant and I feel that you guys need to know about it, then I will definitely do another live stream. But the last few times I tried to put together a live stream and upload a video or, do a live stream, I just did not have any motivation to do it. I mean, I literally, all the motivation just drained out of me. And this happened, I think, twice or three times. I thought, okay, maybe it's the subject matter. I'll do something on Earth changes and not the political shit show. And then it happened again. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's just because there's nothing left to say. Maybe I've just said everything that I have to say on the live streams for now. And I'm just going to wait until I feel that I need to put out more information. And right now it's just same shit, different day. So I'm just literally a broken record. And, basically repeating myself. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to add to all of the white noise that's already out there. There's so much information on the live streams I've already done. There's so much information on the channel. And so anybody that needs to utilize any of my research to help in their own studies has definitely got enough information already to do that with what's currently on my channel. So that's what's happening with the live streams. There really won't be any further live streams until I feel that there is something significant that I need to actually bring your attention to. Now, MeWe group. Right, so MeWe has decided that they are going to beta test their blockchain on us, and I have just respectfully declined MeWe's offer to go over to the blockchain, as have the other moderators and admins on the MeWe groups, and we've decided that we are no longer going to partake in the MeWe platform if they are going to move it over to blockchain. Now, I don't think that this is something that is going to just be isolated to MeWe. I think that eventually all of the other social media platforms will eventually move over to blockchain because blockchain, regardless of what they're saying to you, is going to make it a lot easier for them to track everything that you say to one single account. Okay, and eventually when they take the internet out, which is what they're going to do, I don't know how they'll do it, whether they basically have someone that just hacks the internet, hacks our electricity grids. I don't know. Okay, but it is going to happen, and when they do actually resurrect the internet after we have this major takedown of everything, it will be all blockchain, and we will be given a social media, or rather a internet number, okay, an internet user number, an internet profile that we use to basically utilize the internet and everything we do. Every platform we speak on, everything that we say, everything that we look at, it's all going to be recorded on our social media identity, and it's all going to be blockchain. All right, so no doubt MeWe is just beta testing because, it's a small enough platform that it's not going to bring this to the attention of the masses in a big way. but it's large enough that it's a good way to beta test how the blockchain works on a social media platform. And when you look at MeWe, I don't know if you guys are actually part of MeWe, a lot of you probably wouldn't be, but you can see that it is very similar to how Facebook is. Okay, and you can go onto your feed. This is my Shift of the Ages group. We've got a Keepers of the Flame group, and basically you also have a feed where all of these posts are, displayed, and then you can comment on them. So it's pretty much exactly the same as Facebook. So if Facebook wanted to beta test blockchain, what better way to do it than on MeWe, okay, which is a smaller site, but as I said, large enough for a good way to beta test the blockchain on a social media platform. So yeah, so because we're not going to move over to blockchain, they are going to delete or to take down our accounts. And so before they do that, because they said at the end of the year, so obviously before, the new year, this will happen. So I've been moving everything from Keepers of the Flame over to the forum, because I'm going to have a forum on my website. And I have literally just built a forum upon all of the posts from the Keepers of the Flame, the study group, as well as create a Shift of the Ages over at the forum as well. So we are no longer going to be active on MeWe. The 22nd, I have decided, will be when I nuke both the groups and my MeWe profile. So that will no longer exist, because they said that they are just going to take down our account. But if you want to delete your group, you have to delete it yourself, and you have to delete your profile yourself. So I am going to delete everything myself on the 22nd of December. Okay, so we will no longer be active over here at all. And I'm already posting everything on my forum. I'm no longer active on MeWe at all. I thought I may as well get used to doing this. So I started a few days ago posting on my Thyalwaysseek forum. So this is my website. It's just been languishing in a dusty corner for the entire year. I've literally not even updated any of these posts all year. I've just really utilized this site as somewhere where I can put all of the information and links to all of the information and all of the links to the resources that I've used with the ancient texts. I did have big ideas and big plans about doing a weekly blog, and then it was going to be a monthly blog, and then it just turned out to I did one blog in January. Sorry guys, again, I have all of these, really great aspirations to do these things, and then life gets in the way and I just don't have the time or the motivation to do it. So if you want to read some of the blogs I've already done, you can access them on the site as well. So what I've done is create the forum. Here is the forum. And the forum pretty much is just broken down into all different categories. And so you can click on a particular category if you want to find certain information. Or you can go and click on Shift of the Ages if you want the daily updates, because this is pretty much where I will be updating every single day. So I've broken down this into the different categories as well. And the category that was the one that had the latest, that has the latest activity, will be the one at the top. So I've posted a couple of severe weather events, posted about the volcanic activity. One of the other moderators, one of the other admins has posted about the volcano in Iceland that's just erupted as well. So you can see that is where we post all of the latest updates daily. Okay, now if you want to see who's active or the posts that were last active, you can actually just click on all posts, and then it brings up all of the posts and the last time somebody was active on the post, okay, when they've commented with something or they've posted something. You can like the posts, you can comment on the posts, you can put GIFs on the posts. I mean, it's not as technically advanced, I suppose, as a social media platform. I mean, it's a very different way of posting information. It's more discussion focused, but you can, in a limited way, still, put smileys and emojis on posts and like posts. And as I said, you can comment, but you do need to register to the forum to comment. If you just want to actually visit the forum to see the latest posts, you don't need to register at all. It's just if you're going to comment or like a post or interact on any of the posts or post any of your own information, you will need to be part of the forum. You will need to be a member and register. Now, in saying that, I do welcome discussion, guys, okay? I love discussing this topic, especially the knowledge, okay? The topic of philosophy, esoteric information, symbolism, Kabbalah, geometry, mathematics, all of that information and knowledge. I love discussing it. I live to discuss it, okay? But, there is a but. Please do not come over to my forum, post your beliefs, post your opinions, and have nothing to back yourself up with. If you want to join in the discussion, if you have information or knowledge you wish to add to the discussion, you will need to also show the sources where you have gathered this information, where you have cross-checked and have cross-culture confirmation of that information. Okay, you can't just cherry pick from different mythologies and different theology and different religions to form your own belief system, which is what people do. The large majority of people do this. That's how they research. You need to engage in critical thinking, and that is what you do when you look at information and you find fault, you find flaws, you find error. You look for error, okay? That is how you engage in critical thinking, and that is the best way to research anything. And as I have done with all of my research, I always bring multiple sources, and I show you how I've come to the conclusion that I have. I show you so that you can actually go take those same sources of information and further increase your own understanding of it. You can go and study some more. You can go and research some more. So that is what I expect. That is the only rules and, the basic, what would I call that is the basic rules of my forum. Okay? That is the forum rules, that you just back yourself up. Anything that you say, you must back yourself up with multiple sources, multiple cross-culture sources. Not interested in what you've heard from a certain channel, not interested in what you've heard from a certain person. Don't care how impressive they are. Don't care what they are claiming. Okay, most of them don't even show their own research in this way either. They just tell you their opinion. Okay, they tell you that they've read some book or something and this is what it meant. They don't actually show you the information from that book, what they took from that book. Okay, they just tell you, oh, this book said that. Or this is where this, a lot of researchers do this. Okay, and then they just form their own opinion and beliefs. And because it sounds good, people want to believe in it. That's not what I do. Okay, it must be backed up with multiple cross-culture sources, theology and mythology, symbolism, esoteric science, and more importantly, and most importantly, the Hermetic principles, the 7 Hermetic principles. It must be weighed and measured against the 7 Hermetic principles. That's so important. And that's what most people don't do, because most people don't take the time to study and understand Hermetic science. And if you don't understand Hermetic science, then I probably wouldn't even bother researching into anything that I'm talking about and anything that I'm sharing. If you can't just get the basics, if you can't get the foundation, then why bother going ahead? Why bother moving ahead? Because you just won't understand anything else properly to the depth that you need to understand it. Right, well, I think that's pretty much covered everything, guys. So yeah, you're going to find me here every day. I will be posting all of the latest information from all of the Earth shifts and the political shit show into Shift of the Ages. I am actually looking into the Nag Hammadi Gospels at the moment and really studying into that right now. That is where my interest and my focus has taken me. So, I will probably start posting a lot more in this section here. Jesus was a Gnostic Christian, because Jesus was a Gnostic Christian. And by the way, the Gnostic Christians were the last true Christians. I know that triggers a lot of modern Christians right now because they want to desperately believe that they are, the followers of Christ and they are true Christians, but they are literally just victims of this shit stain here. Okay, and this den of vipers. All right, they've basically handed their minds and souls over to the vipers that Jesus warned them about in Matthew 23. He literally dedicated a whole chapter to warning them about the den of vipers, okay? But they didn't listen because they're cowards, all right? And cowards are not worthy of the truth. And that is why they will never find the truth, and they're all walking the wide path together, the wide path to destruction together, rather than taking the narrow path that Jesus took and that Jesus told them that they should take by actually seeking out knowledge. Seek and ye shall find. They didn't want to do that either. They were too lazy, too spiritually lazy, too mentally lazy, and all they did was turn up to their church every Sunday and listen to the den of vipers tell them what to believe. And now they're literally all walking around worshipping and praising the Son instead of the Father, the Creator. And who did Jesus worship and praise? Oh, that would be the Creator, the Father. And what were we supposed to do? Oh, we were supposed to emulate Jesus. We were supposed to do what Jesus did, because if you're Christian, then you're Christ-like. It literally means to be like Christ, to be like Christ, to emulate Christ. So what did Christ do? Christ worshipped the Father. Christ told us to worship the Father. We should worship the Father. Then they say to me, but we worship the Father through the Son. No, 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 no. You worship the Son through the Father. By worshiping the Father, you're worshiping the Son. Okay. So it's not the other way around. You do not worship the created. The created is not above the Creator. But anyway, I could go on and on about that. They don't want to listen to me. Nobody wants to hear the truth about that. And so it is a very narrow path. And I realize more now than ever that the Gnostic scriptures, the Nag Hammadi Gospels are the last true, pure teachings of the Christed, okay? And so if you want to see the truth in scriptures, then you need to read the Nag Hammadi Gospels first and then read the Bible second, because then you'll be able to see where these shit stains on humanity, okay, have edited the Bible, because they've been doing it for 1700 years. And you would have to be literally a moron to believe that the most evil men on earth, who were literally burning humans alive 600 years ago for not accepting Catholic canon, okay, or reading the Bible in English, you would have to be a moron to think that that was the worst that they did, and that we could trust them with their possession of the Bible, that they weren't going to change anything or edit anything to their benefit, to enslave the minds of the people. I mean, how much of an ignorant person would you have to be to completely ignore their behavior 600 years ago, but then think right now that these guys are completely virtuous and holy? And by the way, I just saw an article that the papal shit stain on humanity is now blessing same-sex marriages, and he's telling his priests to bless same-sex marriages. So he's literally saying that God and Jesus, because by the way, the papal shit stain on humanity claims to be the surrogate for Jesus in his absence. And so he does everything that Jesus would be doing on earth right now, because that's, who he claims to be, the surrogate of Jesus. okay, the stand-in guy, and he's now blessing same-sex marriages as though that is what Jesus would be doing. Okay, so do we need any more evidence, guys? I don't know. Do we need any more evidence of who this shit stain is? Okay? I don't think we do. But apparently, according to all of these modern Christians, they still haven't worked it out, even though they were warned and warned and warned and warned and warned about what was going to happen in the last hour. The antichrists would be present in the last hour. That's the verse. Not just one antichrist. The antichrists, plural. And that's what we have in all of our churches, all of our religions, and all of our different governments. All of our politicians are all serving the physical masters, which are these guys. Okay, the masters of the physical plane. Satan, which is what Satan represents and the devil represents, the physical plane. And that's who these guys serve, because that's where they draw their power from. Okay? And that is now actually starting to become very unstable due to the earth changes. So you can imagine that they are going to escalate their shit show on humanity. So we need to buckle up and get ready for that. Okay, this is not random that I am now being forced to leave MeWe. Everything is happening all by design. Okay, our voices are being silenced and the net is drawing us in tighter and tighter to the point where soon we will not be able to speak about any of this information at all, and those of us that do will be seen as an enemy of the state. So don't waste your time chasing your tail. Start researching, start studying, do it for your children. If you have children, do it for them. Take the path back to yourself and your creator. You know, do not take that wide path, even though it seems very, very attractive right now, because the masses are all taking the same path and we find comfort and security in doing what everybody around us is doing. It takes a lot of courage to be different and to walk against the crowd and to swim against the current. But as somebody once said to me, only dead fish float with the current. All right, guys. Well, I really will leave it now. I do hope to see you guys over here, but I completely understand if it's only a few people. I get that. You know, a lot of people just see all of this as a novelty and a curiosity. So I don't expect a lot of people to follow me over to the forum. But, you know, everyone is welcome, as I said, with that disclaimer of, you know, if you're going to give your opinion, you need to actually back it up. But other than that, guys, I really do hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. I hope you are blessed with a lovely big family get-together, and all the best for 2024, because I do think it's going to be a very, very interesting year. Well, I will leave it here, and I will leave a link to my forum below the video. As always, guys, take care and peace out.